you get like one of the things that I know from MMA, the greatest fighters, the best guys,
we need to go to 46,
but a victim
50.
of it. This short real thing.
45. Hold on. And guys, I don't even
short context things.
I don't want to be interrupting much of this because these are two geniuses.
Mark Maron thing, and I was like, wow.
Have you guys heard of the marketplace? You know where Socrates would go debate? That's this room. Let's just set our asses down and listen.
I know, but I was like, how about that story? Tell that story, Howie, that we shook hands at the Comedy Store and were able to share a stage and not stage, but share a room full of stage.
Here we go. Here we are.
And Rice Gibbs shouldn't be allowed here because what she said about Charlie Kirk, and I was offended.
I bet if you had a conversation with her about an actual conversation, it would be very reasonable.
Yeah, because people are people, and we should be able to share these spaces with these people no matter what we think. I'm not so far right or so far Christian that I go, I can't be in the same room. That's what cult people think.
Also, if you had a conversation with her and confronted her with the reality of what that guy had said, and some of the conversations that he had with both trans people, people of color, all kinds. He was a very kind person.
100%.
The problem is you don't look kind when there's clips, and the clips show you saying something.
Aren't you afraid of that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you listen. I'm kind of a little bit inoculated against that because I have so many hours of me talking.
So did he.
Yeah, but in a different way, where people are listening to me having these 3-hour conversations. It's like it's kind of hard to label me to anybody who's paying attention, and it's also the benefit of having the biggest platform in the world.
Right.
Like it's like there's enough people that have seen so many shows that like I know who that guy is. That's not who that guy is.
I think you're giving them a lot of grace because
you have to.
Because people always go, aren't you afraid of AI? No, not afraid of AI. What I'm afraid of is clips, short context things. Even recently I did Howie Mandel's podcast, and I got asked for the millionth time about the Mark Maron thing, and I was like, what? Dude, the good part of that Mark Maron story is that we buried it, I think. Who knows? It'll rear its head again, I'm sure.
Not with that guy. There's no burying anything.
I know, but I was like, how about that story? Tell that story, Howie, that we shook hands at the Comedy Store and were able to share a stage, and not stage, but share a room full of stages.
It seems right now that both Lemon Party and JRE are victims of talking about Mark Maron too much. Who talks about Mark more? Daddy, as Joe refers to himself in this interview. I thought it was interesting. He called him Daddy. He calls himself Daddy in the third person. That's what I heard. He goes, and he said something like, and Daddy doesn't like that. And I realized he was talking about himself. I was like, is he talking about his own dad? He calls himself Daddy. It's very strange. Very, very strange. But obviously, I love Joe. Who doesn't love Joe? Joe rules. He makes me laugh very hard. His stand-up specials are probably the funniest things I've ever seen. He's accidentally, very, very funny. And people don't give him credit for how when he's not intending to be funny, he's very funny. I love him. Obviously, though, I don't really listen to him anymore. I only am returning to the well here because old Jeff Dye has reared his head. This is what this is why I come back.
Howie Mandel's team just posted the thing, so all the comments are like, Jeff Dye can't stop talking about Mark Maron again, and that's what I'm saying is that Charlie Kirk's guilty of, or not guilty of it, but a victim of it. This short, real thing that is out of context. It's not a 3-hour conversation. No one's listening to Trump in long form. No one listened to Charlie Kirk in long form. The people that were informed did. Right. But I'm saying the everyday person is kind of collecting.
He's describing Joe. I wonder if Joe is getting mad because Joe will see a clip of something like a Boston Dynamics robot and he'll be like, holy shit, we're fucked. Because it's a robot with a knife and it's CGI. It's not real. He pulls up stuff all the time. He's like, "Did you see a volcano exploded?" And he goes, and then Jamie has to pull up. There was no volcano and Joe was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, I fell for it." He falls for stuff constantly. The thing with Joe Biden's watch, because you see, Joe Biden's watch was wrong, that they weren't actually live, that it was pre-taped. And Michael Ballas was the guest. He goes, "Well, so all 800 people in the room lied about what time it was?" And Joe was like, "Yeah, I think so. I think they all." And he goes, "But why would Republicans lie about that?" And Joe's like, "Oh, that's interesting." And he still was like, "Jamie, zoom in on Joe's watch." So, Jeff is talking about, I thought this was very interesting, talking about how people don't sit down and, do the research and are completely misinformed and just watch clips. I was like, I didn't know if he was trying to burn Joe for a second here, because Joe publicly on record has been like, "No, I'm getting burned by clips every week now, and I have to kind of backtrack almost everything I say on my own show."
In these excerpts.
And it's really not his fault. He's just old. It's going to happen to us, too.
Right.
And
it's happening to me now.
Forming
It's already happening
a
to me.
group think about those excerpts, and the group think becomes